Okay, so now we have our character all turned inside out here. Okay, what we're going to do, and this is something that I forgot to mention earlier. It's just an extra little piece that you're going to be needing among your supplies. And this is polyfill stuffing. We're going to need that. It's just regular polyfill that you would stuff a teddy bear with or any stuffed animal. Okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to stuff these arms. Okay? Because right now these arms are pretty flimsy. And there's a little trick to it. We're going to start off stuffing the fingers. So we're going to make sure we just use a tiny, tiny little bit of stuffing. And we're going to put the stuffing inside. I'm holding it here. I'm sticking my hand inside, putting it at the base of the opening of the arm. And I'm going to use my trusty little pencil here as a tool for pushing it down inside the arm. And what we want to do is we want to stuff each finger individually. So right now I've got the thumb stuffed. Then I'm going to move on again, just a little pinch, not too much. That's actually a little bit too much there. And the same method again. We stick a little pinch of stuffing into the arm, push it down with the pencil into the next finger. So now we've got a little pointer finger stuffed. What we're then going to do is take a bigger pinch of stuffing, probably like a little palm size here. And again, I'm putting my hand inside the opening of the puppet, finding the opening inside there of the sleeve, or the arm rather, and I'm pushing it down, and as you can see now it's a little filled up over here. So now what I have here is a little stuffed arm, as you can see, with a little bend in the middle there. So why don't you do that with the other side, and when we come back we are going to be making the mouth board. Okay? We'll see in a bit. Okay, we're now going to make the mouth board for the puppet. That's the little area that opens and closes the mouth. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to use, go back to some of our supplies that we showed you earlier. Our little cardboard cutout, our little rectangular piece that's about 4.5 by 6 inches. And again, it's part of a juice box. I like to use the juice boxes because they're pretty solid. And we're going to bend it in the middle. Fold it right in the middle there. Okay? We're going to take our contact cement. Whew! Fumes are very bad for this contact cement. We're just going to dab a little bit on the brush there. Not too much. You don't want to overdo it. And we're just going to start brushing it on to the inside. We're going to take our hairdryer now. And we're just going to start blowing it on top of the glue. That's going to make it nice and pasty. You don't have to do this too long. The contact cement dries pretty fast when you're using the hairdryer. Okay. Now, we're going to take our little rectangular piece of felt here, and we're going to stick our cardboard piece on top of our felt piece. See what we've done there? It's stuck to it now. And now what we'll do is we will cut it out. See what I'm doing here? Originally when I first started making puppets, they used to be square like this. But then I thought, no, I should give it a little rounder edge. So what I like to do on the top of the mouth is cut a little curve this way. And then I like to do the same thing on the other side. Little curve. Now, the bottom part, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make it a little bit slimmer than the top part. Because that's going to give my character a little comical look. Now, do you remember when I showed you those box cutters earlier? You're probably wondering, what's that for? Well, what we want to do is we just want to give it a little bit of a tear so that we have a little bit more flexibility. And now we do. Okay? All right. When we come back, I'm going to show you how to put this inside the puppet's mouth. Okay, now we have made a mouth board and we have made our character with its stuffed arms. we're now going to take this mouth board and we're going to put it inside our puppet. So what we want to do is, you want to find a nice place for the mouth to fit. So what you want to do is you want to size it up on your character, kind of like that. That's a pretty good size. And right in the corner here, where I'm pointing, that's where you're going to cut, between here and here. Okay? Let me do that right now. I'll size it up. Cut a little slit. Not all the way through. In other words, you don't want to cut through the other side of the puppet. You just want to cut through one side of the puppet. Let me slowly cut the slit here. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did here. Okay, look what I did. Do you see how I just cut a slit right here? I didn't go through the other side of the material. All right? We're then going to take, now this part's a little tricky, okay? I'm going to turn around so you can see it this way. I'm going to stick it in here. I'm thinking I'm going to take the top part and do that. I'm then going to take the bottom part and do that. Now do you see here how I have the corners matching up to the corners of the mouth board? And I'm leaving a little lip type of area. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our hot glue gun and we're going to dab hot glue underneath all of this. We're going to start with the top of the mouth first. Now, this is the part where we need our trusty little cup of water. And I'm going to show you why in a second. A hot glue gun. And I close it up like so. Now, I like to dip my finger into the water and press. That way I do not get burned. And the neat thing about it is that the hot glue almost dries on contact. Okay, right over there I missed a little spot, so I'm going to redo that. It almost dries on contact by use of the water. We're going to do the same thing with the bottom now. I'm going to do it from this angle since I already showed you how to do it on top. This is a little bit easier for me. And again, we want to use water to dry it and also to protect our fingers from getting burned. So now the mouth board is in there, and if I put the puppet on, you can get an idea so far of what's happening here. It's starting to look like a real puppet, isn't it? Okay. When we come back, I'm going to show you how to make a nice little tongue for this character. Okay?